Kudzu, the vine that ate up the South. What about the scourge of invasives, our life and death struggle against a rising tide of plants and animals that threaten to overwhelm us? The only good non-native is a dead non-native, right? Let's take kudzu. This tropical pea has been used for 5,000 years as medicine and food. She has an edible flower and a 20-foot taproot. Her locations are festival sites for traveling groundhogs. Kudzu is a member of nature's hazmat team. Kudzu is a warrior plant that leans into discomfort, following trails of petroleum poisoning and deep erosion, absorbing and transforming contaminants, adding healing biomass to depleted and disturbed soils. Think of her as an ecosystem stabilizer, an earth healer, a messenger. What is good and evil when it is related to nature? Shy Sister Copperhead has her own business, her sacred places, her kin, her own truly unique song. Her lovers follow her pheromones with sensing tongue tines. She abides. And the cowbird here, so much maligned but beautiful and kind. Ancient traveling companions to the wandering buffalo, they lay their eggs in others' nests. This so-called nest predation, no effects on songbird population. We made that up. Elaeagnus. Russian olive is considered noxious and subject to a national campaign of eradication. But this sweetly flowering shrub represents the divine feminine in Persian culture and is the star of a week-long festival in Iran. Her dried berries form an essential part of the Feast of Nowruz, which is celebrated by thousands. Granny called it precious silverberry, made a sweet tart jam out of it. Eat them when they're red, mouthful by mouthful. Stop the illegal alien invasion. Why do we hate the stranger, the different, the other? Who is alien? Mexicans, lesbians, Japanese knotweed? Are you native? What invasion are they talking about? And why does the poster cost $13.99? You know? Attacked by the full force of at least 2 national governments, but still healthy and alive, zebra mussels filter out pollutants and increase sunlight penetration until you can see 8 feet under the surface, and species return to the big lakes not seen for generations. Declared a national menace by the Invasive Species Act of 1996, these lovely striated filter-feeding organisms are called by nature to clean the waters of inland lakes, and they taste delicious, steamed in a cup full of Chablis. Is this an invasive? Free-roaming, domestic, and feral cats cause millions of songbirds' deaths in North America every year. They have a devastating impact on our native wildlife and ecosystems. Should we eradicate them? I'm sorry, I love cats. But in fact, we are the invasive. 150,000 acres of slashed mountain in Colorado, heavy metals and poisonous residues penetrating watersheds in every direction. Once this was sacred land with deep canyons, fresh springs, and many wild relations. This is how we treat our forests in America. A 1,000-acre clear cut is no longer part of a holistic biosystem. Those who break off a piece of nature lay hold of something that is dead. This is a place of mourning we pass on the roadside in North Carolina every day. Coyote, the trickster who laughs at us. Commensal with humankind, communal singer, urban opportunist. Their stomachs reveal mostly rodentia, small invertebrates, nuts, berries, and carrion. Look to your neighborhood dogs for livestock kills. Coyotes were once diurnal, but took up nighttime activities as a survival mechanism, like deer and beaver. Coyotes practice temporary monogamy. To the denade peoples, Coyote is a culture hero who can change gender whenever she chooses. When meeting one, ask them for their preferred pronouns. There's a $26 million plan to eradicate the cattails from the Everglades because they are not indigenous there. No, they came as volunteers to repair the nitrogen overflows of the extensive sugarcane industry. The name of this bad apple is Monsanto. Proves the permacultural saying, an invasive is an innocent plant in the proximity of an asshole with tools. The Invasive Species Advisory Committee is headed by Monsanto. Get the connection? Monsanto spends millions on the idea of good plants versus bad plants, playing on our deep societal prejudice against outsiders. This is called xenophobia. We are all natives who share this home we call Earth. Plant, animal, human, and microbial. We are bound to each other with spiraling threads. Would you harbor me? Can I harbor you? Would you harbor me? Can I harbor you? Would you harbor a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, a heretic, convict, or spy? Would you harbor a runaway or child, a fugitive or a slave? Would you harbor me? Can I harbor you? Thank you.